Hello, welcome to JenPenCreations. I'm Jen. Today, we are going to talk about that grand illusion of world peace. Have you ever thought about world peace and really what it is? I mean, everybody has this idea of what world peace is going to be and that it's achievable in this world, and I just don't believe that. And we're going to talk about all that today. So stay with me and we'll get right to it. World peace basically means that everybody everywhere sets aside all of their differences and we all just get along. I just don't think that that's possible for anybody. I think our basic human nature gets in the way of that. I mean, honestly, as humans, we are all greedy and selfish on some level. I don't believe that everything we do is necessarily greedy and selfish, but I do believe that a lot of it is. Most of the time, human nature is just self-serving. I mean, we need it to survive. Like, as humans, we have to be able to survive here, so we do have these survival instincts to go by. But it really is a whole lot of greed and selfishness. I mean, we see a lot of it in movies and on TV. Most of the time, self-preservation always takes precedent over group preservation. Most of us see things as the right way is better than the wrong way, and most of the time, the right way is our way. I mean, how many times have you encountered somebody, a boss, a coworker, a fellow student at school if you're still in school? I mean, somebody who just believes that everything they say is right and above everybody else. Everything they say and do. I had a boss like that once when I was volunteering at a ministry. Oh man, she was something else. She was a pastor, called herself an apostle, and had the audacity to tell us that she doesn't sin and she is above everything and she is right and she is always on top of things and we were the worst sinners in the world. All I could do was roll my eyes and be like, okay, lady, whatever you say. But it was a little out there. And I was sitting there thinking that, man, your idea of world peace and mine kind of differ. Which leads me to a lady driving down the road. Okay, I was driving down the highway and it's got 3 lanes, okay? And it's a highway, which in the state of Colorado means that the left-hand lane is for passing. It's the passing lane, the lane for going very fast and passing somebody who's not going so fast. And this lady, it made me laugh, but I was also very frustrated that day because I was trying to get somewhere. And she is going slower than molasses in the fast lane. I'm trying to get around her. She won't speed up. And she's not even turning left. Like, you can't turn left yet. Like, there's like 3 miles between one stoplight and the next one. And you need to get over into the slower lanes. The slower traffic is supposed to stay right. And she won't. And she won't. And I can't get around her. And I can't get around because everybody behind me is going around me and I can't get over. It was just a huge mess. People are honking. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. And the funniest part of the whole situation, this lady had a bumper sticker on her car that said, "Why can't we just have world peace?" And I was just laughing and laughing, and I'm like, lady, you're the reason why we can't have world peace. Because apparently, your version of world peace and mine differ a whole lot. If you seem to think that you can drive 45 miles an hour in the fast lane on a 55 mile an hour road. Which is one of the reasons what led me to making this video today, because I started thinking about that. Maybe overthinking, because that's what I do. And then I talk about overthinking it. And I totally overthought this. And I'm like, man, we will never have world peace. It was like, was like an epiphany in my brain, like my brain just exploded. We will never have world peace. Not ever. Nobody's idea of world peace is the same. Like, we can all try to put aside our differences and just get along. I mean, we could, but there are gonna be people out there who won't, which means world peace is not accomplishable. Like, I mean, we can do things in our lives every day to try to get closer to that and to bring peace to our own world, like amongst our friends and our family and stuff like that. Like, if we can bring peace to our own world by doing things, we can think a little bit more critically. I mean, critical thinking leads to empathy. I mean, we can start thinking a little bit more critically about somebody else's situation and be like, oh, okay, so maybe that's not just black and white. There's a little gray area there that maybe somebody needs a little empathy in. And we can empathize with people because critical thinking and empathetic understanding are empowering and they help us in overcoming our biases. Biases. I don't know. Moving on. So by using our brain and thinking a little bit more critically, being a little more empathetic, it can help us overcome those biases that we have. And maybe we can try to continuously overcome our human nature to be greedy and selfish. And using empathy and critical thinking helps us put ourselves in somebody else's shoes so that we can overcome that greed and selfishness and look at the struggles of somebody else. And maybe putting these things into motion in our own lives can, in a small way, bring peace to our personal world. Honestly, world peace, like global unity type world peace, is just unachievable, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, maybe we can be a bit more rational and cooperative and overcome our own human nature, that greedy, selfish bullshit. I'm trying to overcome it. I really would like people to follow the rules on the road. I mean, that would be nice. I could overcome it a little bit more easier or a little bit easier if everybody was cooperating. Because, lady, I didn't want to go 45 and a 55 that day. I really wanted to go 60, but I would have settled for 55. Shit, at that point in time, I think I would have settled for 50. 5 under the speed limit I would have taken at that day. Man, there was so much traffic. People were honking. It was a scary situation, and she's all just driving all nonchalant in her car with a "why can't we all just get along and have world peace" kind of fucking bumper sticker. Come on, lady. You're the reason we can't have world peace. And yeah, maybe I need to be a little bit more empathetic to her, but maybe she needs to be a little bit more empathetic to the rest of us who are trying to go about our lives and get places. If she cannot drive the speed limit on the road, she should probably turn her driver's license back into the DMV and call an Uber. My personal opinion. If you have a hard time driving the speed limit on the road, like you're scared to drive or something like that, maybe you should just stick with Uber and Lyft and not put everybody else on the road in danger. If you just didn't know the rules of the road, that's something else scary altogether. You need to go back to driver's ed, or at least go back to the driving school and learn the rules of the road, especially the laws in the state that you are driving in. You had Colorado license plates. I'm assuming you lived in Colorado and you had a driver's license here and you knew the laws. But I mean, I don't know. Colorado doesn't make you retake the test when you move here from another state. I know, I moved here from another state. They did not make me retake the test. However, I took it upon myself to learn the rules of the road here in Colorado and all the things that differed from here to the other state that I lived in. So perhaps trying to continuously overcome our greedy, selfish human nature to make ourselves more cooperative and rational in this world. Empathy helps with that, making us more cooperative with other people who are not in the same frame of mind as us. And maybe we can build a way more peaceful future. We might be able to build a little bit of peace in our own personal world with empathy, rationality, cooperation with each other. I still believe world peace is a huge grand illusion that we just have to accept is not ever going to happen because some people out there are just evil and they don't care about anybody else but themselves. And us all wanting world peace is not going to change them and who they are. So, thank you for listening to my rant today. I wonder if did it make you open your eyes a little bit? Did it give you that weird mind-blowing epiphany that it gave me? That, man, my idea of world peace totally differs from lots of other people's ideas of world peace, which means it's probably never going to happen. However, we can do small little things in our own world to make our own world peaceful, or a little more peaceful than what it is. So go out in the world today and do something amazing to make your life or somebody else's life peaceful and happy. Be cooperative, learn some empathy, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.